Hey y'all, so I just feel like we on FaceTime at this point, and yeah, so I'm just laying here and I'm thinking about it. I think weed really fucked my confidence up and just really it just had me fucked up in general. Like it really made my life go downhill. Now that I'm thinking about it, like it made me depressed, like, and it made me anxious. I promise you. So I first started smoking when I was like, I think 17, right? My friends was doing this, so I was like, okay, let me try it. I liked it, but like for the most part, I used to make my little videos, and honestly, was really happy with life in general. Like looking back at it, like pretty much as a teenager, like as a kid, I was just pretty much happy like all the time. Like I didn't really have much to really worry about other than like, I was a little chunky, I was a little chubby. But like for the most part, like I'm not gonna say that I had like the highest self esteem, but it was like I could be myself and I didn't have like any problems with that. Like I knew like for example, I was making my little videos, right? They were cringy, but like I didn't really give a fuck. Like they weren't really cringy in my eyes, if that made sense. Or like um I could just walk in my skin and just be like, even though I was upset that I was chunky, I didn't really give a fuck. But it's like after I started smoking, I just became like too. It was, how it is when you first, start getting high. It's like the highest fun at first. You laughing, getting the munchies, all that type of shit. And then I distinctly remember it was before and after I had a panic attack one time. One time when I smoked, and each subsequent high after that, it was just like going downhill and downhill and downhill. It was like I was getting way more anxious, like way, 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 way more anxious. And like I go back and look at videos of myself like during that time, like you can just see it in my face, like yeah, mind you, where I am now, in life, I don't smoke anymore. I stopped smoking last year. I think fucking I don't even know what month I would. Oh, that's embarrassing. Was that on my face the whole time? Dang. No, but for real, like I don't even count. Like I just literally the last time I smoked, I said, "Oh, you will never catch me doing this again." Like literally ever. It definitely took a couple times for me to like get to that point. Of course, we know how this game goes. You smoking, you know this bad. You know it's bad for you, but then you keep doing it, or like you say, I'm gonna take a little tolerance break, and then you break that too, or you do good for like 6 months, and you really, all the things I had already been there. But like honestly, the last time I smoked, it's because every time I smoked, it was getting bad. Like now, I had the high, or I'm sorry, not now. I had the highs where I just got super quiet because I just would overthink. And I tell people, bitch, weed was making me crazy. Like, bitch, it was some points where I would hear I've never said this out loud. I would hear my voice, like it would be me, but I would be very angry, like in my head. And I was like, I don't like this, not one bit. I couldn't tell if it was like anger or fear, but like, weed makes you paranoid. I would get like really scared. It was like, oh, the people around you, they don't fuck with you. Like, literally, I was like, this is ghetto. I don't really like none of this. And it's just like, I kept smoking because I don't know, you just trying to chase that not even that original high, like maybe the 20th one, just something better than that one. And it's just such a vicious cycle. And I just remember it's coming back to me now. Like I really I just kept trying and trying. I was like, oh, maybe if I smoke the bullshit, switch the strains and do all this and that, the indica, sativa, the hybrid. I'm like, baby, the same thing is happening, baby. The whole plant is just fucking me up at this point. Like, you gotta let it go. But I remember the very last time it was just I was like, okay, I get really anxious literally around every single person, like around everybody that I smoke around with. I just get really anxious and quiet. So I was like, okay, I'ma smoke with my friend, and he had been wanting me to smoke with him for a while, but at this point, I just always smoked alone because I knew like I'm gonna get quiet and weird and just not literally not say nothing for like a very long time if I'm around somebody. And I told him that And I was like, okay, I finally caved in one day. I was like, okay, if I can't smoke around him and I'm like really comfortable around him, that's it. Long story short, I smoked. It was cool. And then 15 minutes in, I got quiet. And then he was like, how you feeling? I was like, I feel like I'm being weird. I remember he was like, you're not being weird. And it just got quiet. And then he was just, I think he was like, tell me a story. And then like he kind of pulled me out of it. But after that, I was like, never again. And I have not smoked since then, literally. But it is true what they say. Like 6 months, it's gonna take a couple months. I'm not gonna lie. They say a couple weeks, but for me, it took like a couple months. Like when I got all that shit out of my system, life really is. It really is better. Like for real, it's better on the other side. Your dreams come back. Your motivation comes back. Like you don't feel like a fucking zombie, or like you get tired of lying to yourself. Like you might be a high functioning I was gonna say alcoholic. You might be a high functioning smoker or whatever, but baby, you can be even more high functioning once you leave that shit alone for a very long time. For like, you get so much clarity. It's like insane. I remember I tried to lie to myself and be like, "Oh, I'm better at math." Fucking lying ass bitch. But no, for real. Yeah, I be telling everybody, y'all might have to put that shit down. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but especially with the dreams, like when I'm telling you, once your dreams start coming back, life really starts to change. A lot of great inventions happen in dreams. I be hearing music in my dreams and shit that would not be here if I was still smoking. I swear to God. And I don't know. I was having look dreams of me going to a different country, and look what the fuck I did. I'm pretty sure I would not be doing that if I was smoking my ass off still. But it was like, yeah. But I don't know. I just be telling people like, y'all gotta put that weed down. I ain't even gonna lie to you, but it definitely, you will have to face yourself though. And you wanna know the crazy thing is, I never understood why people smoke to get rid of problems, because baby, every time I smoked, just the problems were coming up literally. Like bitches was smoking and fucking getting calm and then forgetting about life. I'm smoking and I'm remembering. Like what the? I'm like, what are y'all? What are y'all feeling? And I'm not. Ooh, hold on. I'm mad because somebody took my other bonnet, and I'm just not happy. Cause who told her to do that? But yeah, but I never understood how people smoke to forget about their life problems and shit. And I'm like, baby, every time I'm smoke, I'm thinking about every time I smoke, I'm thinking about literally every single thing that I actually did wrong in life, and what I did to the people around me and how they don't like me. Like, what are y'all experiencing that I'm not experiencing? But I will say, like, when you stop smoking, you will have to face yourself. Like, but honestly, it's like you can really only run away from you for like literally so long. Like, you at some point, I don't know. I feel like somebody got to hear that like as bluntly as possible. Like, you can literally only run away from yourself for so long. You can run away from your problems, but like for you, from you, even then, like them problems, they gonna catch up to you eventually. But like, I'm talking to me too. I'm a. Somebody told me Evan Sally. What is it? Evan Sally huyendo. I be from running away from everything, but bitch, that shit is gonna catch up eventually. So it's like, damn, you might as well just deal with that shit now. But facing yourself is literally no joke. Like if you seen Avatar Korra, after she had disappeared for a year or whatever, y'all probably ain't even seen that. But after she had disappeared for like a year or whatever, and then she had that whole battle, and she had to face it, and it was just too hard and too painful. Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, that's what it feel like. You gotta face. Like, what do you mean? I gotta face my emotions? What the fuck? But honestly, my bad, y'all. But honestly, it really is better on the. It gets better on the other side. Like, you gotta get past that initial period. In that period, it might last a little bit, but it does get really better, and it's really easier. And plus, it's like, dang, my bad, my arm shaking, because I went to I signed up for a flexibility class, and as you can see, yeah, my muscles are shaking. I gotta hold this with two hands. But yeah, honestly, that's all I just wanted to really reflect on today. Yeah, that weed ain't no joke, and honestly, it's time to let it go. Don't be shy. Go ahead, let it go.